oh boy, I need coffee. Any more positive. I just did the whole day doing VR stuff, so I'm pretty spent. Whew. Now, well, let me wait. Let me wait to actually pop them on screen. I'm just taking some of my tea. Feels good. This is gonna feel a little bit nostalgic, or at least for me it does. Y'all remember this? Remember this scene? Oh, kind of, we're look a little bit stupid. No, up a little bit more. Maybe this. Trying to get a good shot. Harder than you think. No, fuck it, we'll just do that. We'll just do this. Up a little bit like that. Yeah, is this a little nostalgic, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. I feel like it's weird to be back in a game that we loved and did a lot for. Well, not like did a lot for. I mean, like, what do you call it? Felt like we contributed in some way to something, I guess. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wonderland's Redux. For those guys who do not know what this is a tremendously big mod for Wonderlands. For those guys who don't know, there's also there's just a talented team of mod authors that have been doing this for almost every Borderlands game. Basically doing the task that Gearbox seems to be, don't mean to be rude, pretty bad at, which is balancing their game. Creating skills and talents so that every skill can basically survive, every class can feel viable, weighty, and empowering. As well as just kind of listening to the community and doing an amazing job adjusting. Again, time and time again, I'm given, like, at least to me, a lot of vindication where, like, what I think people want isn't actually that hard to do, or if it is, it's at least possible to do. Yeah, I don't know. I just covered a mod this week. That's what I was doing all day. If I look gross, that's why. I'm playing VR all day. I covered a mod that I showed you guys a couple days ago, which to me is just the best example of, like, depth of gameplay made by one guy, I think. Which is brilliant. And then this is another mod which is exactly that as well. They've added a bunch of stuff to Wonderland. One of the things that they've added was just a bunch of quality of life things. So for instance, one of the things is that we can actually go and spawn a boss infinite times. Beside every single boss, there is like this diamond that we can spend currency and get them to spawn immediately. And then we can spam that like 5 times and get 5 of the bosses to spawn within some reason. Of course, the bigger bosses probably don't have that. But it's just a way for you not to have to save quit all the time, and instead just keep playing. It also gives value to money, because now money you're basically using to give yourself a good legendary drop. It also values the chaos chambers a lot. It also takes away the... So this is what it actually does in terms of like what I think most people are going to be like, oh, this is just amazing. But what it does is, first of all, it takes away all of the chaos chambers, all 99 of them, and it makes it go to 10. But those 10 exponentially get way harder. And then when you get to round 8 chaos level, you start to get something called a pearlescent to drop. A pearlescent is just a stupidly high rare scale weapon. It's like a super small chance for it to drop, but it's also incredibly good, and it has like world shaping skills, basically like a skill tree level perks in a weapon itself. One of them that I know of is that you actually have this melee weapon that lets you lunge like across the map, just like Athena or any of these other melee characters that have existed within Borderlands. So yeah. But, and this is the thing that I'm personally the most excited for, they've also readjusted the skill trees. As you guys can see, every single skill tree now has 2 other skills at the bottom of the capstones, as well as it just looks a lot more pretty, looks more balanced out to the coloration of everything. Also, they've readjusted skill trees. So one of the things is, back in the day, the Clawbringer, one of the only ways it was able to balance itself out was the fact that it gave you well, let's call it pure critical rate, I think is what it's called. So basically, it said like it gave you 30% chance to crit. Well, in the game, it's weird how it works. Basically, like it'll say you'll have like 200% critical chance, but it really only equates to maybe like 2 because it's a percentage-based thing or something. So it's not that much. You having 200% more critical rate isn't that much when your critical rate innately is like 1. So you're like getting like a little bit more than 1% increase. It's weird. But this one was one of the few skills in the game that actually made it work. Like actually had all of it there. where like you had a stupid high critical rate with just one skill. Basically, they've reverted that back to be the case, so that Clawbringer is now more balanced with everyone else. Everyone hated that decision in the community because it was just Clawbringer was already in a bad place, and then they kneecapped it for no reason. Or not as it wasn't as in a good place as it was. Everyone agreed that that skill shouldn't have been touched. I haven't seen one person be like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. The only thing I did here is, I think this is also my opinion at one point, was it did seem like it was the one skill that wasn't obeying anyone else's rules, so that was a little weird, but it still shouldn't have been touched just because it was holding the Clawbringer up for a good bit. But my goal with this stream, also, I think we have this. Yeah, so that is basically a Doom. It looks a lot more soft than I thought it did. In all the gameplay trailers, it doesn't. Maybe it just looks on camera a little fast, but it's pretty soft. It almost looks like you were, yeah. But essentially, we have, it's basically Doom. Just think of that. They made the combat and the movement Doom-like. So we have a double jump, first of all. Sweet. We also have 2 double jumps. If we double jump, dash, and then jump again, I do believe we can get 2. Yeah, you can get 2 types of jump, dodge. I think you can. Maybe not. And also, there's just this amazing traversal, which is just this boost, which, by the way, feels awesome at all. So you can do oh, dude, that'd be so cool if they added this to the base game, because you could totally do speedrunner stuff and clip this perfectly. Oh, also, yeah, you can move perfectly in air. So you have complete mobility. Yeah, it's awesome. You skim off the top. But anyways, yeah, I'm super mad excited for this. I can't wait to experience everything. Right now, I think today we'll probably just be jumping in and seeing how our builds work and seeing how some of these capstones work. But this is one of my favorite builds I ever made. I think it's called Meat God. It's an homage to Krieg. But I'm super excited to mess around with these talents that are at the end of our skill tree. Soul Stealer is are all new. Essentially, Dire Sacrifice deals damage directly to the health bar. However, it occurs 30% damage penalty. If an enemy does not have health, this augment does not trigger. Okay, so I think it's basically it would take around a percentage of the enemy's health. So instead of you taking 1,000 health, it'll take a percentage of that health from your enemy, which sounds pretty fantastic. And then this one, which is a Deal, or Glass Cannon. Deal says increase damage to enemies affected by dark magic during Reaper of Bones. So we just make enemies weaker, basically, to all damage, I guess, when we activate our ult. Taking increased damage from enemies affected by dark magic during Reaper of Bones. Yeah, so I think that they basically just hyper doubled down on the we're both weak kind of thing. But it's so nice not having so many chaos levels, man. Yeah, and I already have the chaos level stuff on, basically. So I wonder how hard enemies will be. But anyways, enough of that. Just quick showcase this mod. Skip ahead if you're watching this in past broadcast. I want to talk to my people, see what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, Lone and Raidnade, how are you guys? Hopefully you've had a lovely day. What do you get up to? I got up to some VR. Man, dude, I'm not sure how I'm gonna make this video happen. I have this, what I showed you guys last part, except there's just so many spells that I'm trying to think of how to make a good video and not have it be too slow, you know? I think I might just have to do a montage of and this does that does this does that does this, and then just keep chewing through those, and then have a funny little clip in there, and then get back to screaming at you for 10 minutes, because I do want to just have fun and show gameplay of the mod in action. But yeah, also I want to tell stories, so I like to do as well, so it's tough, but hopefully it'll work out. Also, I was going to upload a video of Love is War, but I don't have it edited. I have all the footage, I just haven't edited it yet because this week's busy, especially with this mod, man. I underestimated how deep this one mod is. And granted, I don't have to show all of it, but I kind of do, because yeah. But Lone says, what's up? Not too much, Lone. Raid says, yo, what's up, yo? What's up, Raid? How are you? How is Breath of the Wild? Has anyone felt the drag yet? Because that game seemingly has had a brilliant amount of sustain, which is amazing. Yeah. Oh man, also I watched this video today about it was a really cool video. It was talking about how mods are just really really helpful. Speak of the devil, I'm playing that right now. But basically, gamers or people who play video games have for such a long time been beaten down. They're kind of a battered dog at this point, where even like what was it when we seen a trailer like Starfield for the first time. Most people weren't like, oh my god, this is amazing, it's going to be great, I can't wait. Most people were skeptical because most games come out and they're broken. Most games, if they do come out, they're just littered with microtransaction nonsense. So like the gaming community hasn't had that like consistent delivery of, oh, this is an amazing experience, oh, this is an amazing experience, oh, this is an amazing experience. But anyways, then the person talked about how good mods are for like that, how you can have so much fun in games that are like 4 years old just by making the exact game that you want, by tweaking the things and thinking of creative ways to experience that said game, you know. But anyways, let's actually go mess around with some stuff. I want to see. First of all, I love the movement. The movement is like the best thing thus far. I can already tell that's going to be amazing, especially for like that kind of solves the melee problem, because 90% of the problem with melee is you're like running to an enemy or you have to get a special glyph. That kind of sucks. What's this weird like God of War symbol there? Weird. Oh, also, so there's so many other quality of life things that they've added. So one of those things is if we actually look at our weapons, they tell you where to go and to kill the boss. So it tells you this weapon is dropped by this boss. So every enemy or boss in the game, every weapon has a corresponding boss that drops that item, and it's balanced. It's like this enemy has a little bit of a couple legendaries here, this enemy has a couple legendaries there. The drop rates are decent. I think the overall drop rates have been decreased so that luck isn't like the ultimate thing anymore. So legendary should feel somewhat balanced again, or at least satisfying again. I think also some of them have been adjusted, but we'll see. But I think if I go into my inventory, oh, weird. How did this become... What? Very strange. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm a little confused. I don't know why we shouldn't have a pearlescent. I don't think this weapon is a... I guess maybe they changed this specific weapon. The reason why I'm confused is I wonder if the mod author, this is a jump if there ever was one, if the mod author used my save file, then tweaked this, one of my melee weapons, to be the specific, what is it called? The specific pearlescent, and then that's what's now in the thing? Because what are the odds? Yeah, because this is a weapon that not a lot of people use. Regardless, we have a bomb-ass... This is the thing I was talking about. the one that lets you lunge. God damn. Oh, wait, maybe not. Hitting an enemy grants a stacking bonus, melee speed, and shield regeneration. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is weird. Get out of here and face me. Anyways. I don't know how we have this. Weird. Also, this is dope as hell. Pink weapons are now unique weapons. You can even see unique. So people are wondering, how the hell are we going to choose between this and that? Well, now we just have a new color. Whenever you see something pink, it's a story quest weapon. So if you see a bunch of pink and no thing, it's because you did a side quest, and now they're dropping in the overworld, and things like that. Enchantment, inactive, please go reroll to select a new enchantment. This has been disabled for the read. Oh, I see. Yeah, so they also changed enchantment just so we have some interesting actual enchantments, not just like, this increases damage. Because of course everyone's just going to use that. Because that's the only thing that endgame is scaled off of. But anyways, so that's changed. But I was not expecting to use this. I wonder... We'll talk about it in a minute. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, I wonder... It's just weird. It's weird that this specific melee weapon is the one that is the one that's like placeholder for the new pearlescent weapon, because it wasn't actually it was one of the least used weapons ever. It was a bad melee weapon. It just had a fast attack speed, and I just made it work because of Reaper of Bones and its ability to stack stuff. Anyways, whatever. Well, yeah. Alone says, "Sup, Raid?" Raid says, "I'm chilling, playing some more." Man, I gotta get used to that damn abbreviation for Breath of the Wild. TOTK. Is that right? Is that what the TOK? That, yeah. Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, that makes sense. Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. Tears of the Kingdom. Has been absolutely... Yeah, man. It looks good. It looks really good. I just don't know. I always feel like... I don't know. If I'm sure about... Like, I played Redfall for a long time, basically. It's because I was really excited for it, and I still kind of enjoyed my time. But yeah, it was just this kind of like run-up feeling where like if I don't start when everyone else starts, you kind of start feeling like you're behind. So like as much as I see Breath of the Wild, I heard some stuff about it having an emulator that's pretty dope as hell. I think it can run like 60 frames, which is sick. Maybe not, but yeah, that'll get there eventually. And I'm just like, that sounds awesome. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to start now, or should we even do that? Is that too much? Probably irresponsible because we have a lot to do. But anyways. Oh, I did want to reset my skills though, so we'll still have to do that. I want to test what these new things are. I just want to see how my build worked. We're not playing on chaos. Chaos levels aren't on, so we're gonna probably nuke this boss for the first hit. But let's see. Faces says, really like. There's something. Really liked Honkai Star Rail. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is badass also. Yeah, man, it's good. It's a good time for a game, and people are gonna be sated for a while there. I think with Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna keep saying that. You know what I mean? Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I feel like people are going to be in heaven with that. Let's do this, and then melee. I forgot we have to empty our magazine. Yeah, I think they also patched how this build kind of functioned, which is, yeah, there was like this glitch where like things would 10x the damage so that you would instantly kill the boss, and we're still living. We're still hundo P% okay. We're alive. We're also not using Reaper of Bones. We're using this stupid little stabby blade. Also, apparently, they've also changed it so that positioning the blade, the what do you call it, the wispy blade, no longer takes any cooldown away from your thing, so you can just spam it, which is awesome to reposition your thing. That's huge. Oh, I forgot Parasite. It was also a character that existed in the game. We had a little bit of fun with him. We played him like once, and then we were like, all right, well. Let's leave. Let's leave. What's this? Experience game? All right, let's do that one more time. Wait, is there a thing here? Maybe not for big bosses. Let's see. Map. No, I don't think for big bosses. But yeah, usually there's like a little diamond thing. Let's see. Maybe not. I thought there was like this spawn. There it is, right here. So I guess it's only for tiny bosses. It's not for like big bosses. You'll still have to save, equip. Makes sense. Also, downloading the mod is pretty chill. Wonderland's remix mod, nice. I like how they added that. Better than recent AAA game. Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, to me, it's again. You'd like to hope that. That's going to be the wake-up call for an industry, hopefully, you know, where it's just like Breath of the Wild is on an old-ass console, which basically disabled them from pursuing, like, obscenely better graphics. Therefore, all they could really do is focus into mechanics and code, and, like, basically depth of gameplay. It's one thing I'm going to keep yelling at you guys forever now, because it to me is the one thing I keep seeing and I keep wanting an improvement to. Let's switch to Reaper of Bones, see how that plays. But yeah, I hope it's just a wake-up call so that we get games with greater depth, with greater mechanics. Dude, fucking Breath of the Wild is insane. Breath of the Wild is one of those examples where it's like, oh, this is absolutely worth $60, even though it's Nintendo, being like super, like it'll always be $60. There's no hope for you if you want to play it otherwise. There's emulators, you'll be fine. But the point is that yeah, it's incredible. Like you have a gigantic, gargantuan world that isn't just a big ass world, but there's levels to it. So now like there's a dungeon section which is massive. There's a ton of other like tiny dungeons with puzzles. There's an like overworld that's in the sky with a bunch of shit. And then they had added like a housing system that looks actually pretty intricate and satisfying. They added like they also just know what people want, so they also added the ability for you to collect shit and to make it meaningful, which Skyrim pioneered and kind of showed a while ago, which is like, oh, if we make a house and allow people to put swords on the wall, they'll literally have a reason to do every quest that offers any cool looking weapon ever. Oh, there's horses? Well, guess what? Here's a stable where you can have like the most beautiful stable and the most beautiful design, and then put your goddamn like trophies, basically horses, in them. So now you have a reason to go do the mountains and mountains of effort and work to do it and feel meaning in effort and not meaning, what is it? Or not effort, feel satisfaction by having achieved it. Which so many games are like, yeah, we have stuff to do, and it's like, yeah, but there's no, fuck, I'm not used to this, the momentum, being able to completely pivot my momentum wherever I want. Oh, also, Is there no dying fee? That's huge if that's the case. Reaper bones, break my fingies, do this. Waste all my thing, do this. And melee. Melee. Any better? Oh, we attack fast. We attack hella fast. God damn. Reaper bones. Calm down. I think it's also, can I just hold it down? Oh! Wait, no, maybe you also always could do that. Maybe you could always hold it down. That's nice. If you couldn't beforehand, I don't know. But being able just to hold down the trigger is pretty iconic. And it works. Now we're not playing on like level 1000, so we don't have any chaos. Well, I know we do. Oh wait, no, I don't think we have it turned on. I don't know. Chaos level. Oh, it is. No, it's on. Okay, sorry. It's on. Okay, so that's pretty good actually. We're able to survive. Okay, let's go mess with some stuff in Reaper in the main sect. Oh wait, what was that? Great. What? Summon special ability. Summon a shark fin with that would burrow through the ground and drop explosive fish along its path. Terror can fill any space. Have we had this before? Oh, I think so. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't really. Maybe we just haven't. I just haven't used it. Possibly. Down. Also, I think most of our mods that we had in all of our weapons are broken. So, yeah. You can see inactive mods. So yeah, we're not like making use of any special attribute besides this one. Enhanced landing, critical hits. Oh, that's so sick. So they improved this thing where landing hits allows you to. Oh wait, no, they changed it. Okay, so now we can regenerate ammunition. It can stack up to 5 times 2. That's amazing. Dude, that's such a fucking... That enables so many mods. If you want to use a rocket launcher and just go nuts, this will allow you to do it. That's amazing. Also, it's not like on a fast... it's not on a very generous cooldown, so having a high percentage chance for that would be amazing. It's only 2%, so it's a good bit. But anyways, the fact that you can like melee a bunch and quickly and get all those stacks is good for a high attacking weapon, or attack speed based weapon. That's awesome. Let's go back to our hometown, the Chaos Chambers, and we'll reset our skills and see. I do want to mess around with Berserker, although I don't want to really mess with Meat God. Also, I'm so gigantic. Jeez Louise, just seeing. Come on there, and shrink. Move to the left a little bit. Damn it, are we good? We're good. Whoo! Radiant says, I'm getting some stamina upgrades at the moment in Breath of the Wild. Ooh, okay. Yeah, man, the one thing that, to me, as much as I like, I think wouldn't be as bad if you just made a point to do it immediately. But the whole, like, not the stamina one, what was it, like, I think it's like Koroks or something like that, but maybe that's stamina. I'm thinking the one that, inventory space. Like, that would be the one that I'm like, god damn, I thought I was pretty, like, tedious too to do the inventory space one, but that could just be me. Also, as always, totally packed, totally full. We didn't try all the other abilities we have. Like, we have other weapons that we just have not messed with. We have the explosive thing. We have that, which we were using. We have this, which was just an underdog. It's so good. We have another one of that, I guess. 2 of those? Oh, wait, yeah, that's how we had to switch. All right, weird. All right. Reset skills. Also, what? Were there... Weird. Why did it do that? I don't know why it keeps changing. Oh, I keep accidentally changing my feature. What? Damn joystick is screwing me over. No, give me my thank you. And where's my mask? I should just use my joystick. There we go. What was that? I don't know. I think they added, or maybe they ungave all people the special bells and whistles. There we go. There's the meat god. I had to make sure. Yeah, let's reset. Reset our skills. Do you want to reset? Yes. I think we can. We're fine. Is it reset? Like, do we never have to pay for respecking? Because that's fire, dude. You die. Oh, that makes so much sense. Oh, okay. So you don't lose money from dying, and you don't lose money from respecking, because what money is now funneled into is summoning bosses. So that way you're not like cannibalized. That way you don't have like, you just have no money ever. If there's like 16 things pulling from money, you'll be screwed. But that's balanced. That makes sense. Lone says, nothing much. I had work today. Came home, played some Nikita, enjoyed more of my bunny girls. Can't wait to show them off tomorrow. Now I'm doing some drawing, trying to finish a project so I can start a new one. Ooh, yeah, that's a good habit to get into, though, Lone. Making sure you finish what you start with the first one. Because oftentimes people can be just drug along on like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and then you never have anything finished, which is pretty huge. Faces said, did you hear about Suicide Squad game got pushed back? Yeah, man, I feel like that. I mean, maybe it needed the development, but it looked pretty fucking polished to me. I don't know. That to me is sad because it seemed, I don't know, I was excited for it, and it was one of the weirder one of the weirder moments, at least for me, where I seen people who were just like negative, like this game was not made for you. Therefore walk away. You know what I mean? It was kind of my feeling, but instead they were just like, I'm gonna shit on it for no reason. Because the game was always said it was gonna be this type of game. Like, it was not a surprise that this game was gonna be a thing. But I think it was advertised when like nothing was going on or nothing was coming out, and then people were like, I haven't got to feel satisfied in a while, and this is what I like, and this is what I want. Why don't you make what I want and what I like? Because I haven't gotten fed for like 6 months because it's been shit. Every game sucks. It's been broken. It's been nonsense. So then people lash out, I think. But to me, it was one of those weird moments where I was just like, it's okay for a game not to be for you, but you can't argue that this was what the game said it was going to be from the very beginning. So just ignore it if it's not for you. And instead, it seemed like a lot of people just had like a hate boner for it, and I didn't really get it. And I was excited for it too, man. I don't know. People don't like internet. People don't like internet, and yeah, the always on thing. But it was always supposed to be a live service game. And to me, I like the live service game being a thing where it's constantly updated, and that's the whole draw. As much as I would prefer if it wasn't the case as well. Yeah, also, it's frustrating because loot drop games are awesome. Like, if you don't like loot drops, then don't play those kinds of games. like again, one of the things I want to beat into people's heads, if it's possible, is things you should judge art or a creation of any sort for what the artist made it for, who it made it for. If somebody made a plane, and then this plane was amazing at going in the water, and like it could kind of float on the water, yeah, that's fucking stupid. It was made to go in the fucking air. It's a failure. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. But if the person intentionally made the plane to fly, or even just a plane just to go far with one passenger, that was its only draw, and people are like, that's stupid. It could have helped airlines. It's like, what are you talking about? It wasn't made for that. It's stupid. It's just such a weird argument. I don't know, man. It's weird. Again, the game from the beginning was said that it was going to be a live service game. We've seen that it was going to have loot drops. And yeah, it's okay for you to be like, it's not for me. You are not the person where the game was designed for. It might be a piece of shit, by the way. It might be entirely a piece of shit, not good game, broken as hell. But we haven't even played it yet. Like, yeah, it's okay for you not to like that type of game, but a lot of people do. Therefore, they're the audience. So shut the hell up and just ignore the things that are made for you and you don't want. Just annoying, man. Anyways, let's level up. Let's level up our skills. I kind of want to go Clawbringer, but I didn't really actually look at what Stabbo had. Did they give Stabbo some sort of special skills? Ooh, they added a lot. The Fate Maker deals increased damage based on missing health. Oh shit! No way! That's my build! Enemies are also less likely to attack Fate. Oh shit! Alright. Maybe that's not great, because I think Reaper Bones will always be healing you, basically. Critical hit grant increased damage dealt for a duration. Yeah, we already had that one. Melee attacks at a stats, that also happens. Dealing damage from the shadows is no longer guaranteed to critical hit. However, the Fate Maker gains significant critical hit damage instead. Wait, what? Dealing damage from the shadows is no longer guaranteed critical hit. However, the Fate Maker gains significant critical hit damage instead. base critical chance, is that in From the Shadows? Or is this just now permanent? So it's like, okay, From the Shadows is no longer going to give you a critical thing. I feel like you'd have to use From the Shadows for you. So it basically just gives you more damage outside of using From the Shadows? I don't know. Do I have to like use From the Shadows or something in order to get the benefit? I don't know. We'll have to test. Damaging using Ghost Blade inflicts bleed. All non-boss enemies infected by bleed degenerate health for 5 seconds. This effect does not benefit the status effect boost. This effect can stack. Okay, so we just get a gnarly bleed. Well, we'll mess around, see what happens. Raid says there's also an underground map, which is massive. Faceless says, yep, Raid was exactly when I found the depth. The sheer size of each layer of the map is immense. Yeah. Faceless says, at least inventory space is worth it for with Genshin here. Find 500 emblems and get 20 primos every 550. Okay. Raid says also, reminds me, gotta go upgrade my inventory. Yeah, man, the inventory thing I think would be the worst because you're like, I think like a lot of that game is just picking up weapons, and then there's like, for a game that has durability, I just become like the worst hoarder ever. I never will use anything good, and then there's a housing system. I know I'm just gonna go back to my home and store shit that's good, and then just have like I'll be always beating enemies with like sticks and not using good weapons. So yeah. That's why I remember watching, dude, if you guys want like a great watch, like one of the best hour and a half that you'll spend, there's a person who speed runs Breath of the Wild, and he made one where he basically did 100% finish of the game, so he 100%ed it in I think 20 hours. Maybe, yeah, 20 hours, I think it was exactly, but he cuts down all of his work into like just an hour and a half of a video, and it's because it's such a highly, like, so many things are happening, it's condensed so crazily, it's just delivery of so much stuff, so you're like, oh my god, so much is happening. Cooldown rate would be interesting, but we're gonna go with good old faithful. Dealing damage, increases all damage for companions out in the field. We'll do a little bit of efficiency and healing, because that's what we did last time, I think. So we have my brain somewhat remembers my build. Companions deal dark magic damage. Dark magic damage increase whenever the Fate Maker casts a spell. Brief healing. Let's do this first, and we'll get a little bit of this. A little bit of healing on spellcast, and then we'll do, of course, this, because that's just always been nuts. Dark magic percent. Ooh, or we can do the Lich thing. Let's just do this. Oh, didn't mean to bite too much. Down, and then this. And then, good, we're here already, and then we're going to get this. And then spell damage. There's a chance to create elemental explosion, dealing ability damage on a spell. Elemental type to nearby enemies. I don't remember if we used this. This is where I blanked out on if that was usable or needed. What's this augment again? Alright, casting anything gets you activate your skills. Yes. I don't know if we want this one. Dealing damage, I think maybe we want both. Let's just get both. Boom, and then boom. Hopefully we can buy the capstone still. If not, then damn. We will get melee damage, spell damage, double the damage, melee speed. Let's get this because it looks like it's quite good. We'll get one of these, 2 of these. Alright, whenever the Fate Maker deals gun damage, Fate Maker next melee attack deals increased damage. No, I don't want to shoot and then win. It's weird. I think that's what we want, right? Whenever the Fate Maker applies status effect to an enemy, the affected enemy takes increased damage from all sources. I think we want this one. And then a little bit of this one. Melee attacks, guaranteed critical hit. Yeah, because it's a kill skill. And then we got this. Give me just enough to get to the next thing. I don't have enough, damn you. Oh yeah, wait, just those 2 points, man. They really ate everything up. Damn, okay. Fate Maker can now shoot in sprints. That's pretty huge. Let's do that one. Why not? Alright, let's see. Is this gonna be good, better, or worse? Let's find out. I will also equip Reaper of Bones. We'll see how good Reaper of Bones is now. Hopefully it's pretty damn good, because Reaper of Bones was like one of the most underused things ever, because it kills you. It literally destroys the shit out of you, so yeah. Also, we're going to go to Good Old Faithful. It always worked. I always liked this place because it's just big, bright. I was one of the first people who got here, I think. Not really. I never really seen gameplay of it when I was playing it. Fatal said people didn't like the loot drops. I like loot drops, aka Diablo and Borderlands. They compared it to Marvel Avengers, which is different. New release, now released maybe 2024 early. Yeah. Lord of the Fallen looks good. What's that? What's Lord of the Fallen? I haven't heard about that one. Let me Google this. Lord of the Fallen. Do 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 do. Should have paused my playback. Also, by the way, Red's suggestion of putting like the stream on normal latency, huge, like super valuable. Like I feel like our streams have not had that weird, like when I move rapidly, it gets all pixely, which is amazing. Which makes sense. That's why this thing is like screwing up. What is this? It looks. I see a man with some Norse runes on his face. Is there a gameplay video? I can see video. Sure, we'll do that. I think I've heard about this. Skipping ahead a little bit. Okay, it looks very FromSoft, which is a good thing. Dude's holding a hand. Huh. Looks like actually it looks more like Elden Ring specifically. I like it. Huh. I wonder what the mechanics and gameplay are going to be. There's literally just going to be like an Elden Ring kind of vibe. I'm not sure. I bet it'll be fun though. Boom. All right. New point available? What? I thought I spent all my points. What? Oh, I didn't. I don't know why it's saying there's no points available. Maybe a bug? Man, yeah, you could definitely speedrun with that lunge. You can like clip in a perfect way. Let me empty this. I don't know if this is still how that works. I imagine they patched it. This. Shit. Melee for health. Whew. I don't find it's particularly faster, but yeah. Previous build was definitely better. Shit. Casting takes a long time. And Reaper Bones really starts chewing you up. Yeah. It's not, well, again, we don't have any enchantments, which I think that was the only reason why this was able to really happen. But also, we could try this, then this, then this, and melee. Dude, I'm not crazy. Do nothing mad. Oof. That's, I want to see, is the previous build that I made good still? We're just going, by the way, this whole stream is me just dabbling in like, what build survived? But none of them did, because all of the talents got refreshed or changed. So, yeah. Then I'd be like, well, Grin, go re-roll and get the talents. The problem with that is, actually, I probably could. I have my saves backed up on the Discord for the Wonderland stuff, but yeah. But yeah, where is, the last one I made, I think was Fire something? Fire Witch. Ice King. Blood Witch, I know that one. Where's the one? Phoenix Horde, that was the one. That was the one I think the last one we made. Oh, but then I ruined it because I swapped to it. Think, damn it. That one was really good too. I don't know how this is gonna play. Because I reset my well, there's a new skill, Spore Warden, or no, something. It's like a weird swamp build. We switched to it because this was our main thing we were playing with, and now I don't know what it is. Yeah, because we swatched to Blightcaller. That's what his name is. We need to build it with Blightcaller, and I don't know. But oh, they even gave Blightcaller some shit. Acid Storm. Plunge Storm radius is increased. Additional enemies damaged by Plunge Storm take increased poison damage. Okay, so you're incentivized to do poison build, which is already kind of intrinsic in the skill, I think. Damage dealt by bog totems grant the Fate Maker various gun bonuses. Huh. Yeah, I love how they throw stuff like that, like ammo regen in there. That's huge. That allows you to play with like a bunch of missile launchers and stuff like that, which are not like more OP than like other guns, so it's weird. Lone says, "Meet God." Yeah, you're a Krieg. You're Krieg in the depths of your mind, screaming at you. Acid Storm, that radius is increased. Is there any other like? It's hard because I know these are new because I know there's no like other capstones, right? So I just don't know what the other things are. Frostbite, is that new? Maybe. Anyways, let's see. Are pixies as fire as they've always been? I fucked up. Oh, fine. The movement is so much better though. Just the fact that you can do that little dash is amazing. Fantastic. Dash. All right, let's see. This, and I think this, and then this. Yeah, magic is still mean as hell. Magic is still the way. Oh, magic is still the oh fuck! Why are you so big? You were the same size as me. What happened? Do we somehow buff like companion damage and they get gigantic? Maybe. Let's do this. Bang, bang, bang. I love that this was my first perk, man. And it still slaps. It still just kills. And they'd be coughing out things. I wonder if they also allowed that to happen. There was a lot of stuff that was like shitty. Again, it's like the stuff where it's like, why did you do this? I get it, but like, fucking damn it. It just makes it like, it's not, sorry. This was one of the coolest things I ever got to drop. And then I found it again, basically. This. But basically, you summon, you throw out 2 projectiles, and then both of those projectiles have a chance of summoning a Hydra. And I think it's because it's a ×2. It's also ×2's the Hydras that spawn. But anyways, basically, it would have been cool to me if you could have gotten to be able to do the same thing where you're casting fireballs, but instead of summoning 2 Hydras, you could do 3, and that would be like the god level. Super rare to drop. You need every single thing in the line. You also need the highest rarity of each subsect, which spell damage is one of them. Extra projectile, you need to get the best version of extra projectile. Yeah, that's the whole thing. But it would be cool if you could actually do that. But yeah, this, even with Blightcaller being kind of ass, which it is, yeah, still crazy that we got that to even remotely happen. Also, I remember this being tons of fun too, or it just like lay waste, but I just don't know how you get enough cooldown to get that coming back fast enough. Unless they gave you some cooldown ability, I don't think so. It's the one thing I think you'd need. But no, that worked great. I don't think it's really like my fire build is that was not what it is. Like it did not happen that way. Our dope as hell fire build is a shell of what it once was. In fact, why is that? Okay, so that is fire. I thought, I see. Though this was poison, that was fire still. Okay, I see. Yeah, also we have no enchantments going, like none, because they're all broken. But that's dope. That like we were able to do that with that. Like, yeah, basically nothing. It's everywhere. Well, now we kind of have a choice. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I wonder if we should like start. Now I want. Yeah, never mind. We have one more thing I still want to check. I want to see if we can like merge. I want to see if I can make a. I just want to see how other skill trees are acting, basically. So, and none of that I really wanted. Like the Blightcaller thing, I don't want to really see. It's not that interesting to me, I guess. What's the one that Torrent is my baby? But I don't know where. Ice King, maybe. I thought this one was like barely yeah, because I made one about ice, I made one about blood, I made one about fire. I did all the elements except for poison, because it was just the same thing. There was no new, there's no unique spell besides like a jello basically, which was terrible. But yeah, we did work, guys. We did hella work in the community of making builds. I'm proud of me. All right, let's go with Torrent. No, Ice King. So yeah, Ice King. Ice King, I know we didn't fuck up on in that way. I know we have plenty of stuff to use still. Faceless says 2 players joined if you got a friends online. What you mean? What do you mean? I bet my mouth. Lone says meet gods. Still, to this day, I say that video it has the best intro. I'm so happy, man. I loved it too. It was one of those things where it's funny. I made that video and I remember editing it. And it's one of the weird moments that I had where I was just like, oh, I made something really good. I can't really describe, but like right now, that's the best way I can describe it. Right now, at least like these last 4 months, I've done all that I could do to try to get a really good, healthy understanding for like what is good, like what is really engaging, what will capture people's interest, what will, how do people want to be spoken to, etc. How do people get pulled into words, etc. And I have a better understanding of like what I think people like to hear and like want to see and what's interesting and how to make things even more interesting and things like that. But anyways, the reason why I bring this up is because when I was doing that video, that intro, I thought I did a really good job at, and I was proud of. I don't want to go to the overworld. Also, they let you sprint in the overworld too. They added that. I remember seeing that around. Anyways, yeah, I just thought it was one of the first times I seen one of my videos. And I thought after I was done editing it, I was like, I think I just made a really good video actually. Maybe I could have done a better job of explaining things, sure, but outside of that, I was quite happy with what we achieved. I always wanted to make. I think that maybe if we ever are going to chip away at something, I do think I always wanted to make a berserker build mixed with a clawbringer build, because I thought, like, yeah, there's 2 kind of like melee elementals. I think it'd be awesome to do that, but I just don't know if there was never a scaling like valuable enough to like see that through. But maybe now with the mod we can do the things. Lone says, dang, Grin, your hydras must be eating good. Yeah, I think also the mod author makes sense that I think they took off the cap about companion damage scaling, because I think that was what I was also buffing, so that makes sense that your companions would get astronomically big if you have like a fuck ton of scaling. It's a fun idea, at least. But yes, this was Ice King. What, yeah. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, let's go. I just want to just see how did he fare, because this one I remember being like, again, Ice in, if you guys don't know, Ice in Wonderlands was always probably the best, with maybe the only kind of exception of being the one fire skill, which I showed, which is the Hydras, because they just have auto-locking, so you just put them anywhere, they impact, deal damage, and then they just continue to output a shit ton of damage, and they also heat seek at you, like they lock onto an enemy regardless of where they are going. But Ice was also like the biggest hitting spell in the game. I hope they didn't change that, because I like that effect a lot. Also, I don't know what this build really did, so I don't know if we need to melee a lot or what. I think it was just use ice powers, baby, and just pop off. Let's see. This, and
death is your reward.
I didn't get to even use my my magic, which I think was the main damage dealer. So ice is still pretty good, apparently. What happened? Yeah, none of our enchantments are activated, so we're not like OP. We don't have any like brutal thing in that regard. How's our thing? Converts 30% of your damage to dark magic? Okay, converts 3% of Fate Maker's damage dealt to dark magic damage. Also, yeah, you can see the dedicated drop there. It's green, Demon Lord. But what is this? How did I do that? What happened? And yeah, I don't think we did anything particularly crazy. Could just be these 2 things. Maybe like just spell shot scaling is always going to be crazy. But like, for instance, what we just used there was our the pixies aren't scaling off of damage, of this specific damage. These things don't count as spell damage. This does. And we were using this. So what? And our shield summons a rune. All right, well, let's see what happens when we actually get to use a spell instead of just, yeah. Also, what a cool character. I made these characters look bomb as fuck. Okay, fucking, like, it looks like a fucking ice troll. Just sits there, blue ass lips, ready to eat children. Brutal. Oh. Cyclops. Oh, is that what I called it? Yeah. I don't know why I call it. Why did I name it Ice Build? And Cyclops makes much more sense. Or is that, I know that's right. I always have my initial name, but then people come with better names, and I'm just like, I'll just use that. Thank you. Thank you for contributing. Appreciate you. And one of these. How much damage is that doing? It's okay.
Thanks for that.
It's okay. But is it this? Yeah, that's what kicks things off. Yeah, and that does a lot of damage too.
So surprised. Winter's blade.
And this build's still probably the strongest we ever made. It's a little crazy. Granted it's ice. Oh right, but yeah, that's why. Okay, so our weakness was that it was ice, right? So then how do we solve that problem? We threw. God, I can't move through the menu. We threw converts 30% of your massive ice damage to dark magic, which basically allowed us to do both. Sweet. Also, how does this fare? Nope. Is it this? Nope. 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 This one. How did this one go? Because I always remember this one being fun. Anyways, yeah, I should be able to switch. Yeah, I think I have this one backed up, so we're fine. Oh, but I also remember this one. Man, I always hoped I could use these in one day. Like, be able to make a build with some of these things. I might be able to. I don't really want to get pulled back into the build making scene, but if we're gonna be playing this, it would be cool to have some sort of direction, even if it's just a little. Because either it's like we make a build and we have fun, or we play the whole game again, like replay the whole game in the story, which will take a couple hours. I'd rather make the build because the story was good. But is it replay the whole story good? I'm not sure about that. That may be too much for little old me. The Cyclops build, I remember this one. Cyclops, you read the wrong. Oh, Chitis, right? Cocytus. Yeah. Okay, I remember this now. Yeah, the Cocytus thing. I think it was you. Or who was it? I don't know. Did you tell me this? All I remember is that I named it Cocytus because of Overlord. Cocytus is this giant like ice bug in his thing. But yeah, Cocytus, what a cool character in terms of like the anime, not what I built. Although I like it. But yeah. Okay. So first of all, is there anything cool in the Clawbringers that we needed to see? I think Clawbringers was one of the. It was only saved by the fact that it was cold. Ice damage was the highest scaling damage almost in the game, so it was just innately good. It stuns enemies, it did a lot of damage. Didn't make a lot of sense that it did both, but sure. Anyways, but I had never seen anyone utilize what I thought was going to be its main thing, which is basically a melee class, like a constant melee smash and bash kind of class, which I never seen any person ever build for Feral Surge. Is that right? Feral Surge, or is it Dreadwind? I think it's Feral Surge. I haven't seen both, honestly. So I wonder if the mod authors massively adjusted him so that he can like back to back his Feral Surge, so he just keeps smashing the ground. Because every other class can just basically kill everything without doing that. Yeah, it's weird. Damage increase, area effect damage, area increase, fire rate. All that seems fine. Nova critical thing, that was really good for certain builds. I wonder if they scaled that back to being OP because they nerfed it. I hope they did. Roid Rage. Activating Dreadwind causes Fatemaker to draw aggro in a large radius. That's pretty cool for co-op play. Taking damage during Dreadwind grants the Fatemaker stacks of rage. If each stack of rage the Fatemaker gains increases movement speed, melee damage, and decreases skill cooldown duration. Okay, so if you're just taking a lot of damage and you're able to heal through it, then you're able to basically get your cooldown back. That's awesome. Action skill duration consumption rate. Okay. Oh, I see. So it slows down the rate. Sorry, it doesn't give you back action skill. It just slows down the rate that you're using it. That's kind of cool. Whenever the Fatemaker also gains increased damage take. Oh, I see. So you get 2% increased damage taken, but yeah, you are getting all these buffs for rage. Hammer time. Enemies hit by Feral Surge suffer from Frostbite. For every enemy hit by Feral Surge, increases the radius of active skills and increases frost damage dealt to frostbit enemies. Okay. Frostbite enemies cannot apply status effects to the Fatemaker for the duration. That's not what I wanted to see. For each enemy hit by Feral Surge, increase radius of the action skill. Yeah, that was never the problem with the skill to me. Like, what I think everyone was hoping for when they seen the gameplay is to be able to, like, at least pop out 4 fatal surges, like just to smash, 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 like leap giant distances. The fact that you use this once and then it's just on cooldown for 20 seconds is enough of like it's the same as the spinning one, which has a 16-second duration instead of just an instant thing. And there's no like way to, I think, refund your action skill. I think there's one thing in the game that lets you do that, which I guess you getting critical hits, which I think is, I don't remember what that skill cap is though. That's a little disappointing. So I don't think we're gonna be going down Berserker because it just doesn't seem, unless they scale it like crazy. Maybe I'm not looking at the multipliers, but it seems like it's a little disappointing. Yes. Restores health. Save your soul, all that. Critical Nova. All right, well, that was ridiculous. What about, well, we already know. Actually, I don't know what Spell Shot really had. Polymorphic duration is increased. However, guns deal more damage to polymorphed targets. Yeah, see, it's awesome that, like, yeah, they've increased the damage of the skills. But to me, the problem with the skills was always the fact that, like, you couldn't use them. Like, why use this when you could just not? Like, Spell Shot lets you have 2 spells. Spells recover pretty fast. They're also infinite variability. They're also egregiously good, especially if you're going down the Spell Shot tree. You want to just use spells. Oh, you have an action skill? Okay, well, why not use Reaper of Bones, which isn't great, but still, you'll have added damage on all of your damage for a duration of time. Then you only need to build for health steal, so then it just works. But you know, open up an access point to, like, say, oh, you want to play like a different type of melee. Say you have a melee build that's pretty cool. But what if your melee, your action skill allowed you to close massive distance on that melee target? Awesome. Well, it only lets you do it once, but enemies will spawn far away from me, and I just have to, like, so I'm not really solving the problem. I'm still gonna have to run my ass to an enemy and hopefully don't take enough damage to drop me. Yeah. So having like a skill that said, oh, you get like 4 attempts or 3 attempts at doing a slam. That way you, and it saves. But what is that skill again? There's like a thing that you can use where you basically have 2 charges of your action skill. Or maybe it's a spell. Yeah, if they just took the spell mechanic that like lets you store spells and like use multiple, and had that on your action skill, which maybe isn't possible to do, I understand. But that'd be I think, to me, better than that. Same thing with polymorph. The reason why people don't use this skill is because most of the time you don't need damage when fighting little enemies. You need damage when you're fighting bosses. So yeah, hopefully you'd have either, and if you didn't have that, then you could use this for like, there's no reason why polymorph shouldn't have like 3 uses of it. Because it's not like they don't turn back into a human if you don't kill them in time. Like, yeah. So you use polymorph and then you're down for a long ass time. So that's, to me, is strange. Unless they rescaled the like cooldowns, but that 16 seconds is still enough to where like most spells come back in that time effortlessly. And that's like the difference between just killing an enemy outright or putting them into a weird state and then hitting them. Maybe you get like crazy benefits. I don't know, but that's a little strange. But anyways, what's this? Regenerate 1 spell charge every 5 kills. I like them. I just was hoping that they would be things that like open up a completely different way of kind of playing. That seems like I'm asking a lot, which maybe I am. But they like this. I would have loved if you could, if they pivoted or changed Dreadwind to being not just a burn and done, but like a cooldown in which you burn the bar. You can toggle it off, burn the bar, like that, you know what I mean? Rather than just being a complete spend, and then if you happen to miss an enemy 10 feet away, you can't reposition. In this way, you could reposition, activate Dreadwind, spin, kill, move to the next person, activate it again, spin, kill, and then maybe every single time you get a melee hit, it gives you maybe a chance to regenerate just a little bit more of the spin or the action skill that you can then burn. That'd be kind of nice. Maybe that's absurd to ask for. But yeah. All this stuff just seems like it's like it took the 2 playstyles that you would play, made them better without fixing why nobody plays them in the first place. Which I think this one is one of the reasons, is because, like, why would you use polymorph ever when spells are a thing or when other action skills, to me, seem like they yield more. But anyways, not trying to be negative. Forgive me if I came across that way. Also, did we get new hairstyles that I missed? Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't just give you. You'd have to like download a save file with all of them there. Reset. Respec skills. Cost $0. Love it. So now we can, again, we can go spend our money on other things. Let us see Clawbringer. Yes. Clawbringer. This is the character that I wanted to play at the beginning of the game. I remember we made a video about it, and I was super fucking juiced. Oh, you did? You did tell me Kitus? Wow, that's weird, though, Lone. Kitus, you read that wrong. I said Kitus. Yes, I did. What do you call it, Lone? The only reason why I was like, I thought I heard it from you, and then I hesitated was because I was like, I don't think you watched Overlord yet. I remember you just watched Overlord recently, so that, and I don't think that at the time that was the case. So I was like, oh. And then I told you Kitus is also a. Oh, okay, so that's how you knew it. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Because I was like, how do you know the Overlord thing? You just watched that recently, but no, that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. Oh. Let's hope they saved our boy. All right. Now, regardless of what happens, Ice Magic should still be OP enough to where we should be fine. We should be fine. We should have plenty of bells and whistles. So, let us see. We have, we'll just use both, but let's see what they get. Let's go the whole thing, and then we'll end at the capstones. The Fatemaker gains increase maximum ward capacity, increases shield recharge, all that stuff. Yeah, some support stuff. Fatemaker gun damage. His Wyvern companion deals bonus fire damage. Yeah, so I think I just want to see if it's possible to hyper buff the ever-living hell out of your animals. We'll see. It could get rough. It could get real bad real fast. Fatemaker does a bonus. Yeah, so we do lightning damage to our beast as well as I think melee gets an augment. The Fatemaker gains increased damage reduction. Additional, all enemies to allies reflected the attacker that lightning damage. Action skill cooldown based on his remaining ward. The greater the ward, the greater the value. A little picky, I'm sorry. The Fatemaker is surrounded by an aura that grants elemental damage. Yeah, it's kind of cool. The Fatemaker grants ability damage for each equipped weapon, shield. Oh, okay, so yeah, this has changed, I think. The Fatemaker gains increased ability damage for each equipped weapon, shield, melee, and spell mod that matches the element of the current held weapon. So if you have all of the elements that are like fire on fire on fire on fire, or electro on electro on electro, then that will boost your overall electrical damage. Or no, it will feed it into your ability damage, which I think is relevant because I think your bird might scale off of ability damage, or maybe that's just talking about your throw. Probably that one too. Anyway, the Fatemaker, Wyvern Companion gets more damage. Awesome. I hope that's enough to make him God. The Wyvern will occasionally shoot fireballs at each enemy, causing fire damage. Damn. I wonder if it's possible. Maybe not. I'm wondering if it's possible to make a build where we use same thing, pixies. So we would use we'd have to use, what's it called? Basically, it's my thing, fire witch, fire something, the fire build that I made, the one that I just showed you guys. The fire build in combination with Clawbringer, so using the Necromancer skill tree and then using Clawbringer, except we couldn't use pistols because they scale off of spell damage. You have to find something that scales off of ability damage. I wonder if you could get a weapon enchantment that scales off ability damage. That way, that's where our damage is coming from rather than the scaling of spells, which is kind of crazy. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's awesome. The fact that it starts doing into other things, summoning lightning. I just hope that scales enough. The Fatemaker enters Save Your Soul. You'll instantly be popped up, and you'll do bonus stuff, but it'll be on a long cooldown. Yeah, so you get a second life. After dealing fire damage, the Fatemaker gains increased critical hit chance for a short time. After landing a critical or lightning damage, the Fatemaker gains a flat increase to critical chance. That's awesome. You can have your spell be a fire and your other thing be electro. Kill skill reverts the Fatemaker kill an enemy. All elemental resistance is ignored. It's kind of cool. We have the, okay, so now we're at the 5. This is what I think, hopefully, well, I don't know, these have kind of been somewhat hit or miss. So, yeah. Distant relationship. Dealing increased damage to enemies further away with Storm Dragon Judgment. That's your throw, I think. Or is that your slam? That's the Faymaker summons his hammer. Okay, yeah, so that's Storm Dragon Judgment. Yeah, okay, so that one's that one. Makes sense, it's on the right side. So dealing increased damage against enemies that are hit by your hammer. Got it. That's a pretty good amount, 30%. Yeah, if it wasn't, that'd be not worth it. Hitting an enemy with Cleansing Flame Nova, which is your other ability, also inflicts Soul Fire to enemies hit. Enemies affected by Soul Fire take more lightning and fire damage. I still don't want any of those. Yeah, none of those seem like they make a playstyle viable. They just kind of give you another loop or alley-oop, I guess. Whatever, let's see. We're going to fully invest in all the things. I don't know why I went with lightning damage there. That was not smart. We're going to go with this one. Yeah, this one. See if we can make our bird the ultimate bird ever. Fireball, also other thing. General wyvern damage, just scale that anyway. Kill skill, enemy resistant. Save yourself, no. We'll do the critical one. We'll do the intrinsic ability, which I think got scaled up, so that's kind of a bonus. But whenever the Faymaker's activates his action skill, he calls down elemental bolts. I forgot that's why this was tough, because I was trying to make this capstone always go, and there's not that. There's not a lot of those. Actually, oh, if only I had a Blight Collar at a base. Shit. Or Clawbringer. So I need Clawbringer at a base, and then I need what is it called? A spore warden thing. No, what is it called? The new swamp class. I need that one. I need both of those, and I think we'd be able to make something pretty neat. But let's see if we can just, maybe our weapons will carry us. I don't know. Frost damage, sure, because that's what our skills are doing. So we'll do that. Do that. More frost damage taken by enemies. Melee damage not needed. Health regeneration. Damage to enemies that are closer. Hell yeah. Frost efficiency, maybe. Is that worth it? Probably. Let's just do that. We'll do more of this. A little bit of this. And we have increases health. Just that. Cool. All right, let's see how we fare. Also, I just never really use the abilities, but look at you. Oh, what the fuck is going on? We're leaving. There's a ghost. There's a dark entity ghost coming at me. Nope. Wrong one. This. Wrong button. Hopefully this doesn't crash the game. Eesh. And travel. Nice. Yeah, I didn't know it was from Overlord. I knew it was from the mythology. Yeah, man, Kokaitis is awesome in the one thing, in Overlord. What was your character that stood out to you the most? If you could pick like your top 3 favorite characters from that anime. I know you didn't finish it yet, but I think you should still get a sense for who all the characters that are out there. Right? Now, of course, we know Albedo is on there. We get it. We understand. We are also a member of this community. It's fine. But let's see. Let's do this. Let's see. How good is my little man? My little... Come on. Something. I think it's a gun damage triggers him to sometimes throw ability. Sometimes. Look at that. Look at that. We really butchered this. This beautiful build. Beautiful baby build. Just did crazy, and now it's done that. We've done that to it. Well, what's the other one? The one that I actually wanted to use. I forgot to equip the right one. No, I fucked up. Okay. This.
Hammer of ages.
Okay, so that's theoretically still going. So it should still call down. Maybe called. I don't know, dude. Well, the chain damage is kind of epic, kind of super cool, but we're also playing on OP10 without any enchantments. Again, that's like the ultimate. Like, don't judge me. It's not gonna be as good as you think. Maybe if we switch to our pistols, the pistols just do innately more damage. Looks like, just a little bit. Call down some lightning. I definitely think.
Forgot who you were dealing with, did you?
Yeah, I don't wait. Damn, I don't think I have a Clawbringer at a base to test. Let's see. Let's go back to the main menu. I want to have a Clawbringer at a base so I can test to see why. The Clawbringer's alt at its very bottom capstone, it says that it calls for like elemental damage. I wanted to see if it makes. Sorry guys, I did VR all day. My brain's pretty goopy. I'm not really like, I'm saying a lot because I'm like tired as hell. But excuses. I want to see if the what triggers the lightning. Is it activation of the skill that like gets a couple going, or is it how long the duration of the skill is up? I still think the totem guy would be the best to activate that. And totems count. Ooh, we're doing a PowerPoint presentation apparently, because look at this. 2 frame rate pain. We're trying to find a person who is Clawbringer at a base. Not Spore Warden. I wonder what they did with Spore Warden. Graveborn, Witchblood, Blood Witch, Ice King. Torrent, my baby. The OG save that I did. I don't know, dude. I don't think we have Clawbringer at a base, because I never made a build for Clawbringer, so it's a little rough. We could check what Spore Warden's up to. How did he go? What's going on with him? What's good, Red? Red says, hey, oh, what's good? My guy is exactly word for word that. How are you, Red? We're playing the Redux. It added so many good things. Yeah. Let's see. Ethereal Bow. Hitting an enemy with Barrage significantly decreases their attack speed. That's kind of just really unique. Enemies take increased damage from Sniper. Oh, that's nice. So you basically need more Sniper build. What is Void? Whenever an enemy is affected by Frost status effect, there is a chance for Blizzard to deal bonus elemental damage of any type. Oh, was this the build that I wanted to make, but I never really could make it happen? I wanted to have like a permanent swirl build. Did not really pan out. Bonus elemental type of any type, including Void, which targets only the health bar of enemies. Okay, whenever an enemy is affected by Frost status effect, there is a chance for Blizzard, to hit him with a bunch of status elements. Okay, so we want to freeze an enemy. Weirdly, that works with the build. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be able to work, but let's see. Once again, all of our enchantments are broken, so we're not going to be able to look at much of anything. Sorry. Or this is like if we're able to kill the boss remotely, like fast, we're doing good. Then we just add some enchantments. I don't think they're as crazy as like 90% damage, but I do think it'd be at least 30, which would be plenty for us. What's good, Armin? Armin says, hello. What's good, Armin? Or says, bro, I need your help. YouTube channel name. What do you mean? What? What do you mean? Why? Red says, oh, you just woke up. I see. How was your sleep, Red? Also, now we have a cool dash, which I keep forgetting to use. But it's super. It's just so fast. Do. Dogsy barking.
Here, I was worried I might be able to breathe all day.
Let's do this. Switch to. Should we do Frost? This, and then this. Well, something worked. Don't know what that was. What happened? Oh, I bet they did. Oh, son. No, that's not it. I thought maybe we activated this accidentally. How did we do that just now? Well, it wasn't, yeah. I don't remember how apparently it was just better than I thought. I don't know. Or they gave something to him, which I just didn't see. Is it just the frost deficiency? I don't know, dude. Slept good. I slept about 10 plus hours. Golly. Let me guess, though. You stayed up for, like, hours and hours, though. Probably, like, shook off sleep like crazy. But then, yeah, came all around. Fun dreams, too. What kind of dreams you be having? Are they HUD-based dreams? That's disgusting. That's so bad tea. Got it. Fun fact. I don't think I've ever had HUD dreams. Ever, dude. I know some people be getting after it, but I don't know. I've never had any of that going on. Some people also talk about having like too much of the HUD dream and then it getting horrible in the morning of. Also never happened. I'm just my advice: jerk off more. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? What's happening? Jesus. But yeah, people always in my school, in my your gross friend group talk, and you're like, yeah, that happened. And I'm like, ew, fucking, what do you just, dude? You have a phone. God damn. They were not. More so fantasy action adventure type dream. Okay, that sounds dope. Man, my dreams are usually like, I don't even know, man. They're like kind of like weird TV drama nonsense. Not very cool. Often like just bewildering. Like, why? Why is this? It's kind of like if I subscribe to dreams meaning anything, I'm a psychopath. And I'm not not that I'm killing people, but just that none of it makes sense. And I get like fragments of them. Like, but why? I think it's also because I have like one of the things I think is my innate. If I could ever say that there's like a talent that I would have that was given to me when I was at the very first, when I was a kid, basically. So like the very first thing I have an inclination towards is storytelling. I'm not very, I didn't pursue it in any way, but I can't stop my brain from thinking of like a story or a world or whatever. That's why I like the stories that I do, fantasy, anime, all these things, games, because it's just like a great bastion for storytelling and like food for your mind to tell, therefore tell stories. But anyways, a lot of my weird nonsense when it comes to my dreams is that it's like the complexity and the interest of a meaningless moment in a story. You know what I mean? Like just meticulously going over and back about this thing. It's almost like you're rewinding, writing the story again, rewinding, writing the story again. It's just not cool things though. Like it'd be cool if it was like you're fighting a fucking demon dragon god or something and you bite its throat out with your bare fucking teeth or something and you're like, gah! That may be more sociopathic than what I was talking about. But instead, I get like, you're having this conversation with this person maybe in your party. If you have like, maybe it's not even that cool. It's usually like, hey, there's these two random people that you've never met in your whole life, and they're having this conflict, and you're basically trying to figure out how they could both come out okay, and that's it. And it's not fun. It's just like, all right, what does this mean? It's, God damn it, God damn it. I'm sorry I made everything about me though, Red. I was very curious what your fantasy dream would be though. Is this the thing that's killing you? No, it's not. Oh, they just made it so that, that's not it either. So then how did we do some, okay, let's just, is it this? And then this?
Another foe felled by the fungus.
How did we nuke you in 2 seconds? What did I do? Oh, well, we're using the wrong gun. That's probably a part of it. Oh, so remember this gun? This gun was fire as hell. What changed? No. Maybe it was that we were using a cryo one, or that we're not using a cryo one. I don't know, but uh-oh. Oh, he's coming to save me! Ah!
Their fate is in darker hands now.
He's in God's hands now, he says. Can I switch to... Good. Was it the cryo that was kicking some ass? I think it was probably the cryo, the proficiency. Or maybe that was just one of those moments where we just nuked a boss, because, yeah. We just did, somehow, I don't know. It also could be that we finally got the proficiency to proc. We certainly didn't recreate our massive game. Kill the skill, the Fate Maker action skill cooldown is increased. Restoring his action skill, yeah. Damn. Why couldn't that be lower down the line? I kind of wanted to get this. Yeah, I just want to see what this one's about. I don't think we're going to be able to really make use of it, because... I guess we could not go with Berserker, though. We could go with, we need our ult to come back faster. Man. I don't know how I did this. I don't know how I did this like 7 times. This whole crazy shittery of making like 13 builds. I guess when you're in it, it's less bad, but geez, trying to like pick up the broken pieces of your subconscious mind to be like, what does what again? Also, we're playing a Redux, so it's like everything could be different, which is good. Because clearly you left being like, well, I did as much as I could, because golly, what a shit show. This, reset, bang, alrighty. I want to make a build that functions around our dope as hell blizzards that are just innately not very good. What should we use to make them better? Berserker makes sense because blizzards I think are cryo, so makes some sense. Blight Collar is more poison based, so yeah. Although it does increase status effect duration. Clawbringer is not it either. Spell Shot is kind of like everything's just complete bastion, so I don't know. I want to try Blight Collar, even though I know it's probably not going to be very good with this. But fuck it, let's try. Also, Blight Collar, it looks like it has 2 different things, like tornadoes and blizzard, I guess. Oh, Lone says, Red, did you dream involve bunny girls by chance? Lone has discovered a new fetish. Maybe not a new fetish, but a rekindled fetish, perhaps. Red says, I still have hundred dreams every now and then. In high school, I used to get them every night. Golly! I ain't any of that. Red says, that's not a judgment, by the way. It's kind of like, well, god damn it. Sounds awesome. Some people could do the whole mind control dream thing. I used to be able to lucid dream too. That was very rare now, though. Yeah. Well, that apparently people say you can learn that. I don't know. Every time I realize I'm in a dream, I just get too excited and I wake up. I'm like, god damn it. You can just be like, whatever. I remember having one time. I remember I flew and I was like, dude, fuck, it would be amazing. I had one dream that bewildered me though one time. I remember it was a dream where, like, what do you call it? I had telekinesis and shit. But I felt like it was like a weird version of telekinesis where like it hurt my head, like to use it in the dream. Like when I did, I actually think I felt my head strain in a weird way. Almost as if you had like this little tiny muscle in your back of your brain that was flexing, and I could feel it whilst I was actually dreaming. Which usually dreams you don't feel. You know, you don't feel like sensations. At least I don't. Maybe it's just me. But yeah. Is this the one that's new? Do we want to try to get this? Yeah, let's try to get that one first. Gun damage, companion damage, kill skill. Yeah, I think we gotta get the kill skill that increases our action skill or else we're screwed. Ability damage. I think we need ability damage too, dude. Because that scales off of Frost ability damage. So we're gonna get that as well. Bang, 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 bang. Kill skill, movement speed, fire rate. I forgot how many kill skills this guy has. Magazine increase. Let's get the increased chance. That is probably a bad idea. It's not offering as much. Fire rate could be huge. Made a mistake picking this one. Gun critical hit chance, increases companion damage. Gun critical hit chance, and area increases. Fatemaker gains increased gun damage. Let's do this. Oh, I guess we have to spend some other points. So I guess we'll put them into... I guess we'll put it into that, maybe? Kind of spread myself out thin here. Increases Fatemaker's ability damage to enemies. Yes. This looks new. Freeloader. The Fatemaker's weapon won't consume any ammo every other shot. Yeah, that's new. And you can put points in there to make it so every 2 shots we get a free shot. That's pretty huge. We also get the Ricochet, which probably isn't the greatest, but this probably is. Blizzard. All right. Now we're looking for all of the elemental status effect chance things because it's kind of what we're going with. Critical hits have a chance to summon a bog spirit doing ability damage though, and we're scaling up ability damage a little bit. Kind of tricky what you want to go with. Poison damage increase. When ward is full, you do more damage. Fire rate increase. Whenever the Fatemaker swaps his weapon, I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna get more of this. And poison damage would have been good, but ability damage is what we're kind of focusing on. Okay, we got 7 more points. Bog something, bog down. Dealing in status and poison damage. Nova soaked all nearby enemies. Dealing non-status effect damage affects poison damage. Huh. Oh, we have to pick this. We haven't picked enough. This. Whenever the Fatemaker applies lightning status, nah. Whenever the dark magic effect, his spell damage and ability damage are increased for a duration. We're not applying any dark magic, so that's pretty useless for us. For us, though, might. Fuck it, we'll do that. And I guess we'll... Oh, no. I don't know what else to put it in. We're not going to do lightning damage, so we're kind of boned a little bit. Restores ward. That's kind of cool. We'll do that. Okay, kind of makes sense for that too, I guess, because it feeds in there. It synergizes. Okay. Burn offering. Fire status effect increases gun. Yeah, I forgot that like the Blight Collar was their like super patch on every other character build that you wanted to do. So there's like, fuck it, you want to do fire damage? Here's a bunch of bonuses in the middle of the skill tree, which is a pain to actually get. Frostbite. Ooh. Melee damage and critical hit chance during creation. Fuck it, why not put one there? All right, let's see if our tornadoes can be super good and not the worst thing ever, because that was all the time. They were just awful for such a long... Wait, before we leave, wait the thing. Let me restock. Upgrade refill. There we go. Ammo refill, sorry. This. That was the only build that we never made, though. One for the Blight Collar. I know we did a lot. We didn't do the Clawbringer or Berserker. I think we did kind of do the Berserker one, but just not with any of Berserker's skills. It was just kind of as a template. But yes. Red says, I used to be able to lucid dream. Red says, funny you mentioned bunny girls though, Lone. I've gotten back into Stardew Valley with 100 mods. And my character is wearing a Playboy bunny outfit. Weird. Stardew Valley? With 100 mods? Isn't that just like a pixel? Like pixels that are just... Alright. Alright, that's first for me. I wouldn't have thought that, but okay. Throw that. Oh, also we do have dark magic. We could have gotten that one skill. Alright, let's see. Hopefully this is good. I would not get my hopes up, ladies and gentlemen. This is... Yeah. this is getting a little rough. We'll do that. Actually, could do worse. We have no mod, or we have no enchantments either, so... Certainly could be worse. Question is, how quickly does my action skill come back? Perhaps we should wait for... Let's run up here. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, it's back. I didn't have enough time to actually run back even. Golly. Not that bad. Not that bad. Again, no enchantments. We got some like frost enchantments going. Whew. Could be something. I wonder what kind of what do you call it? What kind of artifacts or like, you know, clothes, class mods, I guess, the Blight Caller had, because I don't remember what his things were. Kind of missed that whole thing, the Blight Caller's situation. Let's see. Let's get them all to spawn. I also don't know why we have this skill that we have, this thing, this mod. Yeah. Oh, that probably helps. Casting a spell increases action skill cooldown rate by 15%. Oh my god, that's such a good, oh dude, fucking, oh, it's awesome. Oh man, okay, so that fixes the problem. I think. Probably, right? It has to. Oh, so there's enchantments that can solve your action skill problem. So now you can actually possibly have action skill builds. Because that's seemingly pretty damn good. It's a shame I have that on that skill, though. I wish I had it on companion damage and active. Yeah, none of the other things are affected. But yeah, I'm wondering what kind of things we could have on these. I wonder if this would be better. I think it would just mass apply to enemies. Although that might be giving us a cooldown buff, just the spell usage thing. Let's try this one. And this. And this. How good is that doing? It's doing okay. Actually doing real good. Doing real good. Stacks up. I'm not seeing that void damage that they were talking about. Oh, maybe I am. It's like it's doing like tons of elemental effect damage. And elemental effect builds are doing pretty good right now. I forgot that we could activate that one back to back. We're not even using our weapon. Amazing. And our little mushroom guy just like, I'm here too, I guess. Great, buddy. Doing great. In my heart of hearts, you're not bad. Yeah, this is the build I just shit out, and it's okay. But it also could be just that the Redux is so well balanced that it's just like, hey, look at us. You know, the Redux is amazing thus far. The only, again, I don't want to be mean. I feel like I was, to me, I was hoping that when I seen the skill tree capstones, I was hoping that they would give you a different way of engaging with the thing that you were enjoying playing, hopefully, instead of it just being like how do I put it? I wish that they would give you an alternative way of engaging with some of the things that I don't think their overall problem were solved. You know, like why would you use in spell shot? Why would you use the like morph an enemy to a sheep, whatever it's called, sheep thing? That's weird. You know what I mean? Like it's strange. Why you would use that opposed to spell shot. And I don't think like if they gave you multiple charges of it, that's pretty sweet. If they gave you substantial buffs from it, that'd be pretty cool too. That would maybe validate that to some extent. Also, ow, that should hurt a lot. Where are you? Can we do damage outside of? Maybe. I missed. Trying to. Oh, we recovered our shot. Okay, so we can also just do damage. I'm also burning alive, which is rough. Damn it. For elemental statuses in this game are brutal. Alright, I just want to see if can I kill one of you just by my own. I can. Alright. Look at that. We're also playing on KS level 10, so it's not like this is basically a scaling off of what is kind of the new normal of Chaos level 20 or 90, sorry. But not really. It's kind of like it's just balanced basically to be fair, more balanced. Let's do this. When we do that, everything should fall, right? Yeah, they're all getting ticked. And again, no special amplifiers on specific types of damage too. I don't think you would need a lot considering we have so many different types of magic or elements. Sorry, so we just need to do cryo, I think, and then that would basically make it so that our ability damage is scaling off of that, and therefore I think that would jump off of the back of poison damage, which is what we also have. Corrosive, I guess. I guess know it's poison in Wonderland. But yeah. So what other weapon do we have? We have the blood one. We have that one. We have a cryo one. I feel like I'm throwing like skulls. I don't know how. How that's happening. Malone says, also, fun fact, I found out there is such a thing, as a natural bunny girl day. Oh yeah, probably. I feel like those people be crazy a little bit though, you know what I mean? I'm like, really? There's a day like that. Okay. What? You're a psycho. Okay. Maybe one person out there fighting for their life, being like, bunny girl this. But there's a day for everything. And you're like, man, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Probably fun time, but like, I feel like you're lying. I feel like you're lying. Also, do I have one of those with multiple charges? 2 charges. 4 charges. What is this one about? Impaling ice spike. We could try them all. Let's do this. Oh, it's this one. Oh, I remember that. Oh, my baby. But that should basically. Oh no, because I had it on my spell, didn't I? Yeah. So let's change. I thought I was gonna have that thing. Well, active skill. A companion does more damage. Yeah, just the enchantments to me seem like they opened up a ton of viability. Like the fact that I feel like my action skill is coming back super fast. I think it's because sometimes I have skills, but I also have enchantments sometimes that make it so it feels like it comes back instantaneously, which feels pretty good. Calamity, no calamity. Spike is what I wanted, because I just want to see if. Yeah, no, I think we had it on that special thing, so it's not gonna trigger in the same way. Dang. But man, if I was still making builds, I'd be in heaven. It's a little shitty because unfortunately, like 90% of players are on consoles, basically, of any sort. Look at how mad you look. But yeah, most people are on consoles, so no dice for like people who are getting this on PC or on console. So it's strictly a PC, which to me is just like, it's a shame, man. Again, to quickly go over everything before we kind of wrap up the stream, I want us to chat with you guys. Just want to catch up on chat before we end it. But the game, it does so many things that like you can only hope that Gearbox does. You can't really promise anything, but you can hope. Like one of the things is every single weapon in its intrinsic perks will show you where to get it. So if it's a legendary, it will show you that it drops from Pigwort. So you just go to the legendary, it will tell you where that is, and then you can just type on Pigwort and go there. And voila. They also reworked all of the enchantment system so that you can actually have enchantments that genuinely affect your build and not just have like everything be scaled off of damage. So like 50% more damage when you activate a spell was the only thing that people used because it was the only thing that mattered at endgame because damage scaling was so nuts that of course damage is the only thing. Now they basically destroyed chaos rank or chaos mode. Instead of it being 90, it is 10, but each subsists more and more challenge, I guess, all combining when you get to level 8 of chaos level 8, you get pearlescence, which are extremely rare to drop, but they hit like a goddamn truck. They basically have like intrinsic skills that give you an incredible amount of distance. This is an amazing mod, even just for adding that. Like there's a melee weapon that lets you like lunge 20 feet forward at an enemy. If you've ever played Athena or Zero, same thing, where you can just get basically run at an enemy and you'll keep melee attacking and you'll keep getting distance until you're right on top of them. It feels really good, apparently. So that's amazing. Also, you only need to grind 10 chaos levels and you're good. You don't need much more. I think all that was also... what was I saying? Oh, also they just rebalanced a lot of other things in terms of like the power of certain weapons, I think, all with the hope of it being good. Like, and I don't think they ever scaled something down because it was too OP. I think they kind of probably left it where it was and then made other stuff fun, aka powerful as well. But they also went a step farther to add more skill tree, rebalance certain things. Again, Clawbringer's critical scaling skill, which was kind of scaling way too hard, is back because that was what helped him kind of survive and be unique as a character, but they took that away. And yeah, it's just a really, really good mod that solved a lot of things. They also added movement, so now we have complete movement in the air, just like Doom almost. We also have a double jump, which I keep forgetting to use. We also have a dash, which to me is probably the coolest thing, because you can just get cooking, especially with how much traversal is in the game. Ooh, your momentum also does carry you, it looks like. But yeah, you can go really, really far, and you have a slide, and you can combine all that to be pretty good. And the movement in this game is just made so significantly better by the double jump and all those things. Also, one thing I didn't get to show you guys this stream, is it near me? Nah, it's not. One of the things that they added, come on, baby, where are you? Dang, I can't go all the way over there. We'll find a place. Is it here? Let's see. Perfect. We'll put a marker there. Oh, I can't yet. We'll spawn in here. This will be the last thing I show you guys. Basically, they made it so that when you respec your weapons or your skill tree, doesn't cost money. When you die, it doesn't take money. Instead, your money is now for vending machines, but ideally it's for farming bosses. Which to me, this is probably my favorite ad, and I hope every single Borderlands game in the future has this, because it is just super, super unique. And not unique, but it just kind of solves a problem for everyone having to save quit, save quit, save quit. It also helps with summoning low tier enemies that people like that can drop gear, basically, because one of the problems is when you have a ton of legendaries, it takes a lot for them to actually spawn said legendaries. Oh! Lost Soul 20 summon legacy target. Am I missing the what? Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, give me a sec. Maybe this is not the right place. Was it this? Oh, this one had it. I wonder if I just don't have enough juice or power to pop off in that way. Let's see. That doesn't make sense. No, because it'd be the same. It'd be the same for that as this. Maybe I should do with a quest that lets you drop the enemy, the boss. But I don't know why it says sacrifice lost souls to summon legacy target. Maybe they changed that so that it when you're on chaos level 10, it drops. Let's see. I just want to see something. If I change chaos level off, even, let's see, apply. Just want to see, because yeah, I think that's what that is. But I also think it looks a little different, so maybe that's wrong. But I thought there's like special points where you can just tap it and spend money and then recover all that, and then you'll summon like a ton of enemies. Maybe not. Let's see. No, okay, it must be a different thing that I'm not seeing on the map then. Let's see. Come on, I gotta show you guys this. I can't think of where it would be. Back up, back up. No, back up. I thought maybe it would be right beside the boss. Let's see. If we go summon back to the main thing here. I wonder why I haven't seen it yet. Go. Red says, I used to be able to do Lucid Dream. They're tough though. Funny you mentioned Bunny Girl, though alone. I've got Stardew Valley. Red says, initially, yes, Grin, but I'm using mods that make the game look more animal. Particularly the pixel graphics are 100%. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Is this a thing? I thought there should be like a little totem that lets you summon enemies again. Maybe no. Oh, it just died immediately. Yeah. Oh, also that's what's happening. Yeah, we're scared. Oh, there it is. No, it's not it. Damn it. I could have sworn there was a diamond sphere thing that lets you summon him multiple times. I don't know where it is. Shit. Maybe it's only some? That doesn't seem right, though. Well, who knows? But yeah, I thought there was a thing there. I guess it's only some bosses. Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet. Maybe I have to do a certain quest to get it yet. I don't know. Weird. But anyways, it solved that problem, but I don't know why it's not activated or if I'm missing how to do it. Yeah. Let me see. Red says, I love how Harada Japan is so much better than the West. We have been far too conservative. Harada is practically frowned upon, and I hate it. Yeah, I think it's also... Yeah, I think there's a... it's tough a little bit for me because I agree that like I think everyone should be reasonable and respect each other, etc. about whatever they like and whatever they're interested in. Although I don't know. There's like how do I put it? I also think it's okay for you to draw a line at somewhere. You know what I mean? Like for me, I remember I watched a podcast where I was talking. It was this person talking about like an open relationship where they're having sex with every kind of person. They went to orgies. They feel terrible about themselves because they did it, or like having experienced that, seeing their partner be with another person, and all those things. And some people chalk it up to a fetish. And to me, it's like, yeah, you can absolutely have your fetish. So you need to be reasonable with people. Like, it's not my life to live. You can do what you want, experience it how you would like, kind of thing. As long as you're not hurting other people, you're fine. It seems like in this case, you're the one getting hurt in the case I'm mentioning. But for me, I also would like the thing of being like, I don't want anything to do with it, which I think is a good example of kind of Japan to some extent, which is like you could just choose to partake in what you want to partake in and then leave everything else alone. It's something we also talked about at the in the midway point of the podcast stream, where I was saying that I think people need to understand that when people create something, it's for a type of person usually. I don't think people should be judging what that person created if you're not that audience. You know what I mean? So again, we were talking about Suicide Squad game and how for the people, like, this game was always said that it was going to be this kind of game, and to me it's extremely stupid and unreasonable for someone to say, yeah, but I want it to be the kind of game that I want. Even if you hate every aspect of the game, it was always honest about what it was initially trying to be and who it was trying to be for. It's a looter shooter. If you don't like loot in games, then it's not for you. So then walk away, but don't say, that game sucks, I hate it, it's a piece of shit, you should fucking stop making that game, these games suck, I hate what all the games are turning into this. And it's like, wait. They always said from the beginning that this was the type of the game that it was going to be. And there's a type of person, the people who like Diablo, people who like Borderlands, who like a loot-driven game. Yeah, I still feel frustrated by that whole thing, especially that it got delayed. Also, what's going on with my gun flashing like that? Maybe it's a cryo effect? Lone says, I love drawing fan service. Not sure if you seen some of my art and the art tab rep, but some of it is very culture. Yeah. I think, me and Lone talked about this beforehand, but it's the idea that I think everything can be fun, but there's a line where, like, even harada, risque, goofy fun, whatever, gets, like, exhausting because it's just meaningless. It's like when everything is harada and when everything is fan service, it kind of destroys the thing. Whereas, and this is what it's oftentimes used as, it's like, we want to tell a story, but we also want to keep the viewer engaged and interested in the world, so we're going to show some harada or whatever it be. Fan service is what they call it usually. But yeah. I'm not yet Lone, not crazy, I won't embrace the harada. Lone says, well, I'm also finished one and I'm starting a new piece this week. Let's go, Lone. Love that you're getting after it still. Red says, I feel like Gearbox would do better now that Randy is not part of it anymore. Oh, I didn't know that. Has he completely stepped away? I don't know about that, Red. I don't know about that, Red. I hope that you're right. I do know that the guy who made Borderlands 2, the story, which I think a lot of people would argue is like one of the best stories from any looter shooter game. Maybe some people with Diablo who really are into the lore would tell you otherwise, probably. But I don't know. I loved the story of Borderlands 2, and one of the guys, I think his name's Anthony Birch, which I think has some issues as well. But I think he had a spat with the heads of Gearbox or something like that, and they fired him. But man, his vision of the game, I think, would have been much better than what we currently have in terms of Borderlands. Especially with, every video I watch of Borderlands 3 is like, the engine's so fun, the gameplay is really goddamn good, but what the fuck was that story, man? Doesn't make any sense. We're not even there. It's just like, what? All of it seems like it was meant to be like, it was all pushing towards being a TV series, and that was it. Like, that was the whole point of all that, yeah. I think it's only for unique enemies and not bosses. Oh, I see. Red says Randy is doing movies now. Oh, yeah. But see, yeah, I just don't know if he is fully left. Like, he still might be the guy who comes back. And I don't hate Randy as much. I think he's just a flawed human being. I don't know how to put it. Like, I definitely think he's made mistakes or whatever. Some people have a hatred towards him, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think he's just a guy, I I don't know. Lone says, yeah, this come up, yeah, from Mocking Key, yeah, too much. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I can see you tomorrow. I was trying not to tell you guys everything I got around to this week, cause yeah. But no, this mod's amazing. I'd highly suggest people give it a try. We might continue playing it. I think we will. It's like, I hate when there's a stream where 90% of it's me like rambling to myself, trying to piece something together. It feels like I'm not bringing you guys along, and it just feels kind of weird, but I'm having a fun time. It just feels a little strange. But then I think to myself, okay, well, in order to not have that happen, I'll have to jump in, figure out what I'm doing, and then what? We just go and like kill some stuff with the build, and then it can only take like an hour. Like, it's not going to take that long. So I don't know. We'll see. But it was fun nevertheless. Sorry. Hope I can see you tomorrow, guys. When we're on Twitch over at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I appreciate you so much, and goodbye. Oh, and I gotta go eat. My food actually came here, I think, 10 minutes ago. So hopefully I'm gonna go eat. I am. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you kindly for your time, and goodbye, guys.